An owner or operator, a carrier or driver, there are only a few basic things that you have to understand to 1, prevent from being shut down, 2, prevent from being put out of service, or 3, prevent from losing your license. And in just this quick video, we're going to talk about just a general overview. And in the next few videos, we're going to discuss just the most common tips and tricks on how to avoid being put out of service or how to avoid losing your license. So to begin with, you first have to understand that there are 2 main types of violations: your acute violations and your critical violations. And then you have your 7 basics. Your 7 basics and your acute violations and your critical violations, all that put together is what creates your CSA score. Number 1 is your acute violations. These are serious. This is things like driving while you're out of service, driving while your CDL is suspended, or driving while under the influence of something like drugs or alcohol. Those are going to be your acute, major, one-time type of offenses, and those are going to be acute violations. So the sun went down a little bit, but we're going to keep going. So the next one is going to be your critical violations. These are going to be things like not having a medical card, driving with false logs, or having bad maintenance, like your lights are out, tail lights are out, things like that. These are going to be your critical violations. And if 10% or more of all your DOT inspections show that you have these types of items, that's when the DOT is going to flag you for more times being pulled into the weigh station and flag you for more DOT inspections. And those are going to be your critical violations. The next thing we're going to talk about are going to be the 7 basics. Your 7 basics are unsafe driving, hours of service compliance, crash history, driver fitness, drug and alcohol, vehicle maintenance, and hazmat. These make up your 7 basics, and all these things put together is what creates your CSA score. So over the course of the next few videos, I'm going to break down what each of these things are, where to find them in your handbook, what 49 CFR code they are, and the tips and tricks and the most common practices you can use to avoid getting these violations, avoid getting put out of service, getting shut down, or just losing your company altogether. So we'll talk about that next. And also, I'm well aware that I need a haircut. Somebody told me that I look like nobody loved me. So that hurt my feelings. Smash that like button. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.